Hello everyone, your favorite night out here with this Coleman 5-piece aluminum set. Before we get started, like, share, and subscribe. Check out a link below to my subscribe star count. Help a small creator out. Fantastic! The short version of this review is a simple 4 out of 5 stars. Although I do have some complaints about the set, it has served me quite well. Now moving on to the long version of this review. Let's get on with it, shall we? Let's move this box out of the way, and we have here what it looks like when it first comes out. This not only serves to hold the lid in place while everything's nice tucked inside of here, it also serves as the handle when everything's set up. Let's go ahead and open this up and see what it's like when everything's taken out. Fantastic! Alright, I'm back. Let's go through this one by one, move things out of the way, give ourselves a bit more room. Let's start with the obvious. This is a fold-out cup. It's not actually listed on the box from what I've seen, and it's definitely not in the picture. However, I do not particularly trust these types of cups, as they are prone to leaking. Let me move that aside now. Fantastic! We have here the frying pan, as previously mentioned. This serves both to seal it up and also nice little old handle. It is a bit thin though, so it does transfer heat, so you might want a glove when using this. Over here we have a little Mexican cup. Make yourself something to drink. Right in there, nice little cup of coffee, especially with those instant coffee things. Nice little old packets. Over here we have the serving dish. Alright, this actually holds a decent amount. In fact, you can actually cook in this. And I have done it before whenever I'm making for more than one person. It is actually a fairly good design. It's fairly rugged and lightweight. These have received quite a bit of beating over the years and have held up fairly well. Let's move on here real quick. Let's move that out of the way. I don't have a lot of room to record on here. Here is the frying pan. In fact, the frying pan also holds a decent amount. So you can actually cook something fairly decent for breakfast. In fact, frequently what I'll do is I'll make something in there, and I'll use this little pot here, which comes with a nice little old lid, in order to make a sauce to go on top. One of my favorite things to make is I cook up some eggs and bacon in this, using the S-bit stove, or another heating source, and I usually make some chili cheese sauce up here, and I just pour it over the top. It is absolutely fantastic. Sometimes just cheese sauce, sometimes also just chili. Both are fantastic options. This frying pan can also be used as an additional serving platter if you need to, especially if preparing for more than one person. Alright, then cook on it, and you can also use it to eat off of. That should be obvious. Moving this over, as previously mentioned, it does come with this. This has both a handle so you can hang it off of something, and is fairly effective for, remove that lid, making, say, sides to go with your meal. In my case, I tend to use them to make sauces, or just generally something to go on top of whatever I'm cooking in that. And you can do some pretty nice stuff. Make some nice cheese and chili. You make some nice, well, chili by itself, and just dump it on top of whatever you're cooking for breakfast. Dinners, it's fairly nice as well, because it gives you options on what you're going to cook. And it does hold a decent amount. In fact, this will actually hold a single server of soup. Just not a lot of extra water, if really any. So it'll be a really condensed soup. Just warming that up right out of the can. There are other options, of course, available. And this set gives you a wide variety of options. In fact, but it doesn't have some things. A set I've previously reviewed came with cleaning and eatingware. Well, with this you have to bring your own. And separately, which means that takes up space that it might not otherwise have had to have taken. Although what you do get with this is fairly nice. Albeit, it doesn't particularly give you very many side things to bring with it, although it does technically come with the cup. Although the cup is questionable in its value, and it does say a 5-piece aluminum set, and it mentioned nothing about a plastic folding cup. Although I seem to be focusing a bit too much on that, when it already does come with a small little cup here. Fantastic. And with these, you can actually cook quite a bit. In fact, with the serving bowl having such high size, you can cook in that as well, especially if you're making for more than one person. In fact, one of my favorite dishes to make out of this is I'll usually make a chili, some sort of sauce in here, and I'll cook something main in both of these. Fantastic! And then I'll just split the sauce, dumping on both. In fact, this set is very good at being used to serve 2 people at the same time. While the other sets that I a lot of times see are only particularly effective at serving 1 person at a time, although that does vary from set to set on whatever you're getting. This particular set also, despite its light weight, is fairly rigid, so some of these have been beaten around quite well inside of my packs, gotten dropped, knocked around, stepped on a few times, and have held up fairly well. And on top of that, with the options it gives you for cooking, you do have quite a bit of options for increasing your amount of comfort on the go. This is fairly effective at cooking a wide variety of meals, while other mess kits might be particularly good at cooking one type or another. Although I guess you could force other mess kits to cook a wide variety of things as well. It's just I find this particular set has been particularly effective. Well, I shouldn't have used those words twice in a row, but here we go. The lid on this does come with a little plastic thing to pick up on, which is a bit taller than a previous set that I have used, so you're less likely to burn yourself on it, but it still is pretty small, so eventually that heat will transfer, and there still is not a lot of room. So you may want to use a glove while using this, or any mess kit, really. I don't know if you can see the dings in this set, but this set has been used over the years and has come out fairly well. I don't understand why it came with 2 cups when it already has this cup, and the plastic cup does not hold too terribly much. And depending on how hard you're holding this, you could end up collapsing it while there's still fluid in it. I've seen that happen with several of the sets. I don't particularly trust these folding cups very much, just due to personal experience. Overall, this is a very good value if you can find it for a good price. In fact, generally so. I've had these for quite a long time. In fact, I have about 4 of them. I'd give them a 4 out of 5 stars. Alrighty then, thank you for your time. Like, share, and subscribe. Check out a link below to my Subscribe Star account. $2 monthly donation, help a small creator out. Before we get going, there is 2 large film projects on the way. Some videos that were shot on my 3-day adventure in the woods, and then we have a video which is Riflery 101 the movie, which is taking up quite a bit of time. More time than expected with all the footage I have to go through, and has greatly slowed my video production output. While before I was doing almost 1 a day, except for on the weekends, this, on the other hand, has slowed the projects down, although there are more reviews and other things on the way, and once the videos are fully edited, there will be back to a regular stream of videos. I thank you if you're willing to sit through the inconvenience, and I do apologize for the inconsistency. Thank you for your time, like, share, and subscribe, and see everyone around.